Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, one touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in case they can't run the play they want to.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play on 3rd down for the Chargers. 42 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
The only one, dog.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Number 46.
Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to throw right away. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he works it past past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, here's Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Right at the line of
no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sound.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
Mamba could. Because Mamba really value not turning the ball over.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
All we can say now is next year. You've been hollering about a 3-year plan. Nigga's been 5 seasons.
Badgley now to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
I keep telling you. I keep telling you, if I was in the NFC, I'd be going there and telling you to beat me there.
7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Oh, everybody in the NFC I done handled already.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Even with that broken
your problem ain't over there. Your problem where my problem's at. We got the same problem.
On the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here.
Dog, that's how I feel.
Possess the ball for a little while.
Who's gonna beat the nigga?
First downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
See, dog. See. That's not how you were sounding before the game. That's the exact opposite of what you were saying when I was at Taco Bell, when I called.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right?
That's what I've been dealing with for 5 seasons. I beat the nigga one time this year. And that's because I forced hella turnovers.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied.
You can't throw that little nigga nothing.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and that's working out.
Well, solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah. But
throwing again. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
The issue is, nigga, he got 150 yards total offense. You got like 300 yards rushing and ain't winning the game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And Jackson throwing once more.
He did. Yeah, that nigga did.
Crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure that
you know who didn't earn their money?
The early storm. Relax a little
bit. Niggas on that outside at receive.
It's way too early for panic.
They don't get paid nothing because they don't contribute nothing. That's unacceptable. I wanted niggas to do something. Make a nigga respect me, something.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it.
Nigga, you garbage. You, dog, you garbage. You's really garbage, dog. Dog, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing, dog. You ain't nothing but a J Spade, dog. You a J Spade in disguise. You fraudulent. Dog, you could dial nothing. You picked up the phone, nigga, and you had no service. Like, what did you say?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Dog, I don't care. You threw the ball 9 times here.
Up to the 34 out of bounds there.
That's what I'm saying. Dog.
Brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks
How you run for 300 rushing yards and you don't open up not a single passing lane.
8 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Dog. I pass on this nigga every time I see him.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
That's what I'm saying. If I could run the ball as half as good as you, nigga, this nigga would be toast. He'd be done. No, you regressed because you ain't believe no more in how you was playing.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
You're supposed to dial something up. Make him respect you.
couldn't hang on third down.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
On third down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens first down.
If you was going to go all the way like that, you should have went all the way like that.
A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 59 yards.
Yeah, you ain't know, nigga, it was hotline bling out there.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now.
Dawg, there is. And his user ain't no hole either. I warned you about that yesterday.
Now Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic and it's intercepted.
Nigga, all it took was 2 picks for you to lose the game.
His guys will get the football back.
No, when Jobs get home, we gonna be furious. He gonna be furious.
Slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6. At the 9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough?
Are you going for more? Too bad it
trying to get it to
didn't.
Robinson, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll get this back.
He did, bro. He did. Except winning the game. I don't care what you say, dog. If you run for 300 yards, you're supposed to win the game. Whenever Derrick Henry run for 250, nigga, it's a blowout.
Down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up.
No, you threw one pick, you got scared, and you ain't believe in yourself no more, dog.
Everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from
the problem is when you pass the ball, you're only looking for a one-play scene or... You ain't got no real live, let me march down this field. You think you ain't got that?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure
you
don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone.
An intermediate pass game, dog. Like, I had to get me one. That's why I come out in the deuce close and run the bench. You dig? Like, like you got to get you something, dog.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
I thought for sure he was going to show this out.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson gonna be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert now. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
It's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in
score
the
31-21.
Play number 2. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Chargers 14.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. It takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brought down.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete.
Down
Down here in the red red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, you make sure Troy don't get that. So in case I do get that, I ain't got to see that one. That's your job.
Keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
If I see Troy again, nigga, I'm going forward.
Touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in
I'm going forward.
So the lanes
I'm at
continue to be there
PTSD,
for
man.
Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to. That's a good point. We sometimes put blame
He's
on
the
the
age
defense,
in the
but we
league.
just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
The age used to put that little nigga every day after school, and now he's a real.
That makes this a 9-point game.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this.
We're going to go ahead on and do him, bro.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
Yeah,
and sometimes they throw in that
2024 season power rankings.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's
Make sure I'm number 3.
32 brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught. And he's brought down.
Come on,
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, And how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands.
And he takes it in.
Oh, my God.
Touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And it's up and good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
You're watching the NFL.
Dog. You put Jay Breeze ahead of me then. I just whooped that nigga.
Some pretty
like,
good
what are you
games on
doing?
the weekend. We may have saved the best for last. It's been a dandy.
He can't beat no Lil V.
First down. Going left side here, and it's complete.
Jackson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
You put Gabe on there.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I would put some Marvel on there for all that.
Eluding the pressure right. That was going to throw deep right side. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On third down, Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's like a franchise tag.
Flush to his right. They go with a shuffle pass and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On the run, it's Barkley. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
What up, bro? Mm-hmm. This is from 18 Mall. I had it in the freezer by mom's. Nigga like that and lost our Super Bowl. It don't matter. It don't matter if I can't meet you if you don't win it anyway, nigga. What's the point? That's what it looked like.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 5-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
You really counted the days, bro.
They'll take it in the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 on the year.
Niggas on the clock, huh?
Will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with 1st and 10. First down, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I got to get my nigga Super Bowl before they get old. Right about that.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. They'll find Williams on the slant. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Nigga, they all complete.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
The guarantee this one.
Herbert. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
The kicker.
And you see why he keep going now.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says
Dog, Josh the perfect nigga for him, dog. Like, I don't know how this nigga put a 40 on him, you dig? I don't know how he did that. I don't know how he did it. I need to go back and look at the game. Because he keeps saying, like, dog, I don't know nothing about dots. No dot in it. I'm like, dog, like, how?
They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
This bowl of gumbo would taste so much better with $100 at my account.
Very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Herbert. That's incomplete.
Really?
Wow.
These niggas a stupid PI call.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40.
He's completed every pass.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Going top shelf for... He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our...
There you go. It's ridiculous. Yeah, bro. Everybody gotta go take the trip to the car and cry, bro. It was supposed to be both of our year, bro. Nah, re-up, double back, smack that nigga, and that nigga back. Dog, that's cool. We didn't have a few of them. I don't mind seeing him, dog. That's cool. I'd murder that nigga. Hmm? I just beat the Chargers. No, I play the Chiefs tomorrow. Yeah, he hit the button tomorrow. I'm not in the season off on the Browns. That's why I tell you, bro. You got Kyler Murray with all that running stuff on, nigga. You need to be throwing dots. You need to be throwing dots. Like all he good for is to escape all this run, nigga. You paying $200 million for that? See, 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 dog, you tripping. Nigga, his contract total add up to 200. I know it do.